This movie is about zombie apocalypse, and in the beginning it starts sudden, with no explanation why it's happening and where it came from. And even later on, they have no idea how did it start. And it seems like it's unintentional, and it's just the way how the movie started. But there is a deeper meaning to this. They're trying to program our subconscious mind that we wouldn't seek for the truth, and we wouldn't know who are responsible for it, because they don't want to be held responsible for their actions. In this movie, they are representing us with different type of zombie who is much faster than the usual type and runs as fast as it can by trying to attack you by any means necessary, which moves in huge crowds and is attracted by sound. And the key element of this movie, which separates it from any other zombie movies, is that the zombies don't attack sick people who have a disease, and you are infected by one of these zombies when you have been scratched or bitten by them. You may think that it's just a movie, and it has no. You may think it's just a movie and it has nothing to do with a real life, and that it would never happen. But that's the whole point of these types of movie, to stray you from the truth by making them look so ridiculously absurd and crazy, way over the top, that you wouldn't think that it is related to the real world, and its purpose would be target your subconscious mind by making us to believe the way they want us to believe, by changing our thoughts the way they want us to think. Would you believe me if I would say that not only this zombie apocalypse is possible, it's actually happening right here and right now, and in fact has nothing to do with the zombies that we can see in the movies, because they are talking about mental state of mind, and these zombies are metaphor for the emotions and thoughts these kind of people represent. So first start with the look, why they look the way they do, because they represent disgusting people who feel dead inside and who has no life force, who feel empty inside and who need to attack other people, who would do anything to gain a reaction out of you so that they could feed, so that they could get your attention and that they could feed from your energy. That's why you can see people doing the stupidest shit so that you would pay attention to them and that they would infect you with their negative thoughts, and they don't care how ridiculous or stupid they look, because that is actually their main reason. Because when you think this way about them, you actually embodying this negative energy and are channeling their negative energy, and then you're exactly where they wanted you to be, feeling empty and dead inside. These people are either angry, attacking you, or trying to manipulate you by playing the victim and making up stories that there is some kind of other reason, and making up stories that someone is to blame for their state of mind, so that they wouldn't have to take responsibility for their actions. But in fact, there is no one else to blame besides themselves. They are feeling this way dead inside, not having any joy or life force, is because they dedicated their lives to be negative, and all day, every day are being negative and hoping that other people would feel the same, doing the most to get as many people as possible to be angry and miserable as they are, because they are too weak and pathetic to take responsibility for their actions and can't take any resistance at all from outside world. Instead of standing up for their desires and fighting to achieve the things that they want, they rather choose to join this negative crowd and attack everyone who stands in their way and who don't have the same mindset as they do. That's why they don't attack sick people, because they already are where they want them to be. And in this movie, to fight against these zombies, you had to infect yourself with a terrible disease so that they would leave you alone, basically saying that you have to be sick and angry, fueled by your revenge, to attacking them, and that is only way how you can fight against them, which is farther from the truth, because when you attack them, you actually are where they wanted you to be, angry at them, playing their game, attacking each other, and by focusing on them, you're actually channeling their negative energy, and without knowing it, you feel their energy and have their thoughts, and it's hard to tell the difference of these emotions and thoughts, because it feels like they are your own and by spending more time with these negative people, you actually start to act like them. And in the movie, you get infected and become a zombie when you are getting bitten or scratched. Is nothing to do actual literal meaning that they has to bite you or scratch you. It means that they gonna feed on it. And the reason how you become one of these zombies is when you get hurt by their words or actions, where being hurt by their words are represented when they beat you, or when you are hurt by their actions are represented when they scratch you with their hand. And in future, when you focus on this hurt that they inflicted upon you, you actually focusing on their energy. And only way to deal with it and not become like them is to let it go and don't think about it anymore. Because when you don't do it with time, by focusing more on this hurt that they inflict upon you, you slowly are becoming one of them. Because the longer spend time in this mindset, the bigger our chance that you will represent this energy as your own and unconsciously are starting to act like them. Basically saying that this movie teaches our subconscious mind that we need to be sick to be able to fight against this negative outside, to fight against these negative people, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever.